All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for patiently waiting in the waiting room. And for those of you who are out in YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook land, welcome to Daily with Doc. We invite you to join us here live in our Zoom meeting. If you go to DailywithDocZoom.com, that's DailywithDocZoom.com. That will bring you into the waiting room of our actual live meeting here where you are currently looking at the live stream. So come on and join us. If you have a question, let us know by raising your hand. And this is for everybody who is here in the room with us as well. If you go to reactions in that Zoom menu, and you will find, I think the first thing it says raise hand. You can use that raise hand. I see hands going up, so that you also can ask questions of Dr. Wallach and what he would recommend based on his research and addressing life's challenges nutritionally when it comes to health, so that we can have optimal health. My name is Becca Dukes, and I am excited to be the hostess of this program here Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:50-ish Pacific time, and that is afternoon for those of you who are wondering on that as well. With this program, we want to provide information that is not just instructional, but empowering. Okay, the FDA does require us to let you know that our program is not meant to treat, prevent, diagnose, or cure any diseases. It's not meant to take the place of your primary care physician. But folks, when you give the body what it needs, and what it needs is not a whole bunch of fillers, but giving the body what it actually needs, the body can do some amazing things. I learned that firsthand, and because of what I learned and the results that I have seen, I'm just totally honored and privileged to be able to do this program and bring to you a lifetime learner, a gentleman who at a very young age was given a gift that he has taken on into his 84 years of life here on Earth, where he has had a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. He has obtained a doctorate of veterinary medicine, also 3 postdoctorates in pathology. That's not something I would want to do, but 3 doctorates in pathology. And when the medical community was not accepting what he was finding, he went on to become a naturopathic physician also. And that's just after teaching nutrition at naturopathic college. So without further ado, Dr. Wallach, welcome to Daily with Doc.
Well, thank you so very much for the kind introduction for you and your team. We appreciate all that you and the team does every day, 5 days a week, and even on Saturday and Sunday. I'm sure you're working at it, because the need never stops and the teaching never stops. So appreciate all that. And today we want to talk about kids. They're the next generation, and the next generation, the next generation. There are certain things that are predictable, okay, like gravity. You don't want to be jumping off of a cliff from a mile up and expecting to float down, okay, kind of thing. But also, your body requires certain nutrients to grow and develop. And I like people to be taking these 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids, for at least 3 to 6 months before conception, because the need for this nutrition starts before conception, as the mother is making the eggs and the father is making the sperm. All this requires nutrients for everything to work right and not have any defects and pieces missing and that kind of stuff. And so this is not something, a lady can say, well, I missed 2 periods, I better start taking some prenatal vitamins. Well, it's a little late for prenatal vitamins when you miss 2 periods, okay? Now that baby's in trouble already. And so you need to be thinking about that. And so we need to be talking to kids before they're conceived. Okay, and it's weird, but that's the way it needs to be. And so today I want to talk about that, as well as after the kid is born, is the mother going to breastfeed? Well, the mother needs to continue to be taking the 90 essential nutrients, because that is how she gets the nutrients to come through the breast milk to the baby. And she needs to avoid all the bad stuff to maximize absorption for the baby, and not pass on any bad stuff like gluten and bagopyrines and buckwheat and sugar and carbonated drinks and all that kind of stuff into the baby. And then also the baby, even if the mother's making lots of milk, the baby also needs to have kind of a backup system, okay? 1 or 2 meals a day could be the other things that we have. And we have the kids' toddy, okay? It's one of my favorites, okay? It's not quite a complete meal, but it is a heavy-duty meal replacer, okay? Has all these nutrients in here, okay? But it's not a complete meal, because you do need more protein, you do need more calories and that kind of stuff. But it gives you how much to give a child per meal, okay, by weight. And so this talks to you by weight. So I'm just going to read the label and do that. All right. And then we also have, this one's a little more cumbersome, total meal replacer. Okay, this is a powder as opposed to liquid, TMR. Okay, TMR, total meal replacer, but it's missing a couple of things. So when people are getting kids' toddy, I also like them to have TMR, total meal replacer. When they're having total meal replacer, TMR, I like them to have kids' toddy. And take these two things together, and then you need to do 2 other things. EFA pluses, okay, which are one form of our essential fatty acids, prevents asthma and lung problems and pathological blood clots. And EFAs, they come from 2 different sources. And say a newborn baby, they should have one of these EFAs a day and one of these EFA pluses a day. Now, these things are big soft gel capsules, okay? They're big soft gel capsules. And so basically what you need to do is puncture the capsules, not the kid, you puncture the capsules, okay? You puncture the capsules and you squirt this into their bottle where the baby formula is at, okay? One for breakfast and the other one for dinner. Doesn't matter which one you have for breakfast, which one you have for dinner, but you want 2 of them because they're 2 totally different sources of the essential fatty acids. And they're different, okay, chemically. And so they need both. And so I go with these 4 things. And right now, because of all this COVID thing and things shutting down and production closing and so forth, getting the complete meal replacers for kids, for babies, Enfamil, Similac, that kind of thing, is difficult because, we ran out of the raw ingredients and we won't have it for another 60, 90 days. And so for 3 months, they don't have that stuff out there. So you need to have this stuff, even if you've got a couple of months supply of the baby formulas, okay, you still need a 3-month supply of each one of these on hand, so you can play with it and make sure that baby's getting, even if the mother's breastfeeding 2, 3, 4 breastfeedings a day, you still need at least 2 meals a day of these things, so the baby's used to taking it if worse things come to worst, okay? And that way everything's gonna be fine. Also, once the kid gets to be 4, 5, 6 years old and wants to start drinking soft drinks, the colas and Epsis and Pepsis and juices and grape juice and all this sugary stuff with or without carbonation, I'd rather they take the Rebound. We have the sticks, 100 nutrients in here, 75 minerals and 25 items amino acids. And obviously you're not going to give this kid a 12-ounce dose of this, and you're talking about a baby, you might give them a couple ounces or maybe an ounce, okay, something like that, added to one of these or both of these kind of things. I wouldn't give it to them after, say, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, because it's going to give them so much energy that you want to stay up all night and keep you up all night. But you got to do this, read the labels, look at how much you're supposed to give them per pound of body weight. And even if you're expecting to breastfeed, have these things on hand and at least have 1 meal of each of these a day on these kids. So if anything happens, mama's got to go someplace, and grandma's gonna be taking care of the babies. Well, guess what? She's gonna give 4 servings of these things a day instead of 2. Okay. But the baby's used to it. So it's not gonna be like a complete freak out to the kid. And so this is the sort of thing that, you know, be prepared. That's the motto of the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, and grandmas. Be prepared. Okay. And if you do that, everything will be fine. Okay. And of course, when you read the labels of this one, you'll see, oh, there's a couple of things missing in here. When you read the label of this one, you'll say there's a couple of things missing in here. And that's why you have to take these things. Okay. That's why you have to take those things. And that's why I like to take these 2 in the same day, because then this one's covering the thing that's missing here, and this one's covering the thing that's missing there. And it's one of those things where, again, be prepared. That's the motto of the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, and grandmas. And so this is something that will prevent a lot of grief. I get a lot of emails and calls, and people say, well, I thought Dr. Wallach got rid of sudden death syndrome or muscular dystrophy, or what was the other one? Cystic fibrosis. Okay. And we get a call or an email from a mother saying, well, my baby's got cystic fibrosis. I thought Dr. Wallach got rid of cystic fibrosis. Well, I did. We found out the cause, prevention, and cure for it. Okay. But if the mother's eating gluten and she's not supplementing properly, the nutrients won't get to the baby, and the baby can be born with cystic fibrosis, even though we know how to prevent and cure it. If the mother is not doing everything perfectly, the baby can still get cystic fibrosis. Or let's say the mother went on vacation and left the baby with grandma, and grandma didn't do, you know, everything perfectly for 2 weeks or a month or something like that. And so this is why the baby got cystic fibrosis. Same thing with muscular dystrophy. You can still get muscular dystrophy if, you know, if you're 30 years old, if you're 50 years old, you can still get muscular dystrophy. Okay. And of course, this is one of those things where when people get fibromyalgia, what is fibromyalgia in an adult? Oh, fibromyalgia in an adult is muscular dystrophy in a kid. Okay, it's very similar. Okay, just different ages and so forth. And so this is not difficult. I'd urge you to get a hold of the book, Hell's Kitchen, so that you know why there was a transition from wood and coal as fuel to electricity, and why we went to that, and why, when we did go to that, we gave up our source of minerals that we've been getting for thousands and thousands and thousands of years when we went to electricity. Because in wood ashes and coal ashes, there's minerals. And of course, even then, nutritional minerals do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. They occur in veins like gold and silver. Okay. And so it's one of those things where you have to pay attention to the details. And that's why I want everybody also to get a hold of the book, The Wallach Revolution. It's a 75-year track record. Okay, 75-year track record of the major discoveries that I made in 75 years. Now, it's not all 600 discoveries, but it's, you know, most of the major ones. And of course, one of the books is still going crazy. I mean, we get people coming in, they're buying 3 cases of these books a week. Okay, one person will do that. Okay, Dead Doctors Don't Lie. The CDs are in 9 languages, and so there's bound to be some places you go to eat all the time. You go to Italian restaurants, get the CDs in Italian, and talk to the manager of the restaurant, see if they're interested in having another source of income. Say, I'm going to loan you the CD. It's in Italian if you speak Italian. If you're not, I have an English one here. Same way, go to a Chinese restaurant. Okay, we have it in Mandarin and Cantonese. Dead Doctors Don't Lie. The book is in English and Spanish. These things go out the door like crazy. Okay, and that's because people need the information. People need to know what to do to prevent the problems. They need to know what to do to reverse the problems when you get the problems. Going to a doctor and getting a painkiller for arthritis doesn't solve your problem. It just relieves the pain, which is not a bad thing. But the cause of the arthritis will continue to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And then the doctor says, well, it's time we give you a double knee replacement. Now it's time to give you a double hip replacement. Oh, well, what do you do when you get osteoporosis of the skull? Are you going to give me a double head replacement? No. This is why we have the book in the CD set. It's called It's All in Your Head. Okay. And my favorite picture of all time are the 2 pictures on Roman numeral number 6 in the front part of the book. Okay. Page Roman numeral number 6. There you go. The top picture is a picture of a skull, a normal skull, autopsy, looking down on it, and you see the brain, but you see the skull is only a quarter of an inch thick. The bottom one, you're looking down at the brain, an autopsy, the calvarium, the crown has been removed off the skull. But you can see that the skull is an inch and a half to 2 inches thick with connective tissue because it has osteoporosis of the skull. There's 37 different diseases you get with osteoporosis of the skull, and doctors know nothing about them. Doctors know nothing about them. They think they're a genetic thing. They think they're an autoimmune thing. They're totally preventable. They're totally reversible. And of course, Becca and I added to the book here with the CD that goes along with it. So it comes as a set. The book and the CD, it's all in your head. And so it's one of those things where you need to get the nutrients, okay, total meal replacer, and kids toddy. And then you need the EFAs and EFA pluses and the rebound. And let's give these kids what they need before they're conceived. The mom and dad need to be taking all this stuff for at least a minimum of 3, better yet 6 months before conception, all through the pregnancy. And whether she's nursing or not, she needs to be taking all these things for her own health and maintenance, but also for these babies. And things turn out right. If you're not paying attention to these details, it's going to be a mess. Okay. So let's see here. With that said, I'm going to turn this over to Rebecca and follow the path.
Well, Dr. Wallach, one of my favorite books, and one that you did not mention today, has to do with that whole nutrition before the baby's conceived and throughout the entire pregnancy. And that's epigenetics, Doc. With epigenetics, I mean, so many times whenever there's a baby born or shortly after birth, they get diagnosed with some type of condition that then they say is genetic. Well, you've proven that there are no genetically transmitted diseases.
That is correct.
So on one hand, saying something is genetic is kind of, I don't want to say a relief, but for the parent, it takes that stress off of, oh, what should I have done differently? Well, guess what, folks? There are things that or it actually says it would have happened no matter what. Well, that's not true. And that's why we do this program and why we're focusing on prenatal health and pregnancy and babies and making sure that we are building stronger, healthier communities, because epigenetics proves that the genetic disease of transmission is false. That means, no, it's not genetic. There's things that need to be done before conception, during pregnancy, to give our new generations the opportunity to not have these genetic diseases. There should not be a decline. There should not be a decline, Doc.
That's right. And for the rest of your life, you should be taking these things.
Yes. And once you get that good solid foundation, it's easier to make food choices. And you continue the 90 essential nutrients, because that's through your 3 postdoctorate in pathology, Dr. Wallach. You looked at everything.
Yes, 450 species, okay, 20,000 autopsies. The thesis is in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure because I proved there were no genetic diseases, no autoimmune diseases. And I'm very, very proud of that. And so it's one of those things, it's very expensive. It's like $25,000 if you want to buy one of that copies of that thesis. And so most people aren't going to buy one for $25,000. And so this is why we came up with the book Epigenetics, which is a summary of it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that you can get the same information for $25, not 25,000, but $25. And, but you should check call your local medical school, see if they have a book. One of my theses is called Disease of Exotic Animals, kind of a strange title for a book on human pathology, but it's a disease of exotic animals. Okay. We are one. We're an exotic animal when you look at it. And if they don't have one in their library, make sure that they get epigenetics, the death of the genetic theory of disease transmission in there, because it'll give the same information. And every medical student should be reading this information. Okay, every medical student should be reading the information every day. They should be reading the information every day when they get out of school. And of course, my first publication came when I was 23 years old in December of 1963, when I was a junior in veterinary school. And, just to make a long story short, I found in a mass die-off of sheep, okay, the farmer brought me 50 dead sheep, and we asked him questions and figured it out that 500 sheep died in one night because they had been drinking water contaminated with fertilizer, okay, and it caused their thyroid glands to go bad, okay. These were nitrate fertilizers, their thyroid glands went bad. So the night when the temperature dropped dramatically, they all died from hypothermia. That was my first scientific publication. I was only 23 years old, and all the professors were gone for the Christmas holidays. And so I was the sole author on that article, okay? And that article, through Marlon Perkins from the old Mutual Omaha Wild Kingdom show, and let's see here. Marlon Perkins, okay, got me this grant from National Institutes. Barry Commoner was the other one, head of the Department of Biology, Barry Commoner at Washington University in St. Louis. Those two got this $21 million grant from NIH, National Institutes of Health, 10-year study, 20,000 autopsies, 450 species. And the book, is like 5,000 pages, but I think it was edited down to 3,000 pages or something like that. And W.B. Saunders, the biggest medical textbook publishing house, bought the rights to that text, and they're the ones that published it. So this is not something that, this was published in the backyard by a bunch of comedians. This was published by the biggest publisher of medical textbooks. So this is something that everybody respected, that information. It was unimpeachable. I'm sure they looked at it backwards, forwards, upside down, from the bottom to the top, top to bottom, right to left, left to right, and they couldn't find anything wrong with it. It freaked them out. And that's when W.B. Saunders came in and said, okay, we'll buy that one up and we'll sell it. And so I was very, very proud of that.
Well, Dr. Wallach, people get really putting everything under the microscope when it comes to vitamins, minerals, the information that we're sharing here. Yet they go and buy a Coke or Pop-Tarts, and they don't look at it the same. So I really encourage people to look at your diet. What are you being hypocritical about? And what are the things that you should really be focused on? Dead Doctors Don't Lie, The Wallach Revolution. You can find all of Dr. Wallach's publications at drjwallach.com. That's drjwallach.com. Be empowered. Be a sponge, especially when you're listening to our programs, which our programs, you can find the replays on our YouTube, Rumble, or Facebook channels. But you can also find them on DailywithDoc.com. This program is sponsored by DailywithDoc.com, and the replays are there. We also have links to the 10 good foods, bad foods list that you're going to hear Dr. Wallach talk about. There's a link there that's easy to find, so you can click on it and get the actual in print good foods, bad foods list. And for those of you who have never spoken to anybody about longevity, we have a store that also has all of the products that Dr. Wallach will be mentioning in the rest of today's show, including the kids toddy, including the TMR shake. Now that comes in chocolate and vanilla. For little guys, I recommend the vanilla. It also includes the EFA Plus, the Ultimate EFA, and yes, they are different. They have different ratios of omega-3, 6s, and 9s coming from different sources. So we want to make sure that we have a nice broad spectrum of those omegas and fatty acids that feed the brain, feed the heart, feed lung tissue, throughout the whole entire body. It's amazing. Well, people say, I don't eat fish. I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. What EFAs are you taking? They're like, what's an EFA? Well, we make it super simple to get those EFAs, those omega-3, 6s, and 9s that then feed the body with something. I think Dr. Wallach, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, between minerals and their deficiencies and EFAs and their conditions because of deficiency, it's crazy how those two subtopics, it's not two things, but two categories of nutrition that are missing create such havoc within our health
Yes,
all around the world.
and that's because we got rid of wood and coal as fuel and we went to electricity. Okay, that was a big thing. And of course, and again, everybody, even if you were a farmer, you would go fishing on the weekends. You'd have some catfish and some carp and some cod. And if you lived on the coast, you'd have some salmon. And if you lived on the mountains,
Well,
you'd have trout. And
cod is ocean fish, Doc.
yeah,
So a farmer living inland isn't going to be catching that unless they go to the ocean on vacation. Vacations are good, people. You need them.
but you can get a cod in the market.
Right. But you get most of your essential fatty acids from like salmon, where you've got that meat that has some color that's not artificial. You want wild caught. You want to make sure that it's not just in the food that they're being fed as a coloring that changes the color. So always go for wild caught. We want to be closest to nature on everything that we choose food wise when we're putting in our body, because that's what longevity does with their products. They go as close to nature, putting those nutrients, those vitamins, the minerals into the products, synergistically blended so that they work together. And yes, there are some things that have to be a synthetic version. The body still uses it the same. But if we were to take the natural version of some of specific products, the product would be twice the price. So we want to make sure that you're getting good quality product at something at a price range that people can actually work to fit into their budget, into their food budget, into their lifestyle. And Dr. Wallach, longevity has made it simple. And we start young, right?
Yes, well, again, this is, we start teaching kids about cars, check your oil, check your transmission fluid, check your brake fluid, all that kind of stuff, check your windshield wiper fluid, wash your car, check the air in the tires. You do the same thing for yourself. And if people would take care of themselves as well as they take care of their cars, would be a lot better off. And so we need to make sure that people are educated. Again, you buy 10 of any one of these titled books, you get a big discount. They make great gifts anytime a gift is due, holidays and birthdays and graduations and promotions and newborn babies and all this kind of stuff. Get this information to people and you'll save lives. You'll save an enormous amount of unnecessary misery. You'll save an enormous amount of money, okay, by doing this. I mean, just think about it. If you can add 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years to somebody's life in a very healthful way, is that a good thing? Of course it is. And so once you know this is not a difficult choice. This is not a difficult choice. This is something that we need to all pay attention to. We need to spread the information. And if you do this as a home-based business, I will pay you very well. And you get, nice tax deductions for running the business out of your home. You get an auto ship, I will pay the shipping. If you become one of our official customers, you'll pay the wholesale prices. You're going to save an enormous amount of money in getting the top quality products. So, we're doing everything we can to make it easily available to you, to be economically feasible, and to be profitable. We're covering all three of those bases, plus the health and longevity value of the program. And so it's a win-win-win-win-win-win situation.
Well, and Dr. Wallach, you're doing something that is building communities.
Yes.
You're feeding into longevity, and it's not just making people live longer, but giving them the opportunity to have a more comfortable life in living longer without having all of the pain and everything that is associated these days with growing old. Arthritis, blood sugar problems, blood pressure problems, joint problems. I mean, all of these things people
Becca,
have learned to just accept.
Yeah, well, Becca, every one of those you've named, we can get rid of in weeks. They're all nutritional deficiencies. And you don't have to, wait for 2 weeks to get rid of pain. We have the CM cream put topically. It'll give you 2 to 4 hours of pain relief. We have
without negatively affecting the liver or kidneys.
There you go. We have the Hemp FX Soothe. This will give you 5 to 6 to 8 hours pain relief, and it's quite legal. Okay, it's a hemp product, but I mean, let me tell you, this is a great pain reliever. What should I say? Those two products fly off the shelves continuously. It's a steady stream because people overdo things and they're not taking all the nutrients they need to take. And so they do get pain, and you get itchy skin. You can roll around in the poison ivy and all that kind of stuff. You get itchy skin. And so these things are useful there. And it's one of those things where, I'm in a couple of months will be 84 years old, and there's not many guys who could keep up with me in what I do physically during the day. And I put on some gloves with them and go in the ring. I'll surprise them.
We'll get you with my youngest son, Doc. You can
Okay.
teach him how to box, all right?
That'll be fair.
All right. Well, Dr. Wallach, we have hands up, and I just want to remind everybody and thank everybody for joining us here on Daily with Doc. Get back with the person that shared this program with you and thank them for the information that you have already heard, and also the information that you are about to hear that is going to empower you to make choices that benefit your life, the life of your family, which then, Dr. Wallach, when we share this, I mean, I love referrals. A lot of my business is built on referrals because people are getting great results. They share it with a friend. The friend gets great results. They share it with a friend. It's just amazing what we as individuals can do to help build stronger communities. And that's what it's all about, Dr. Wallach, is building health, building stronger communities, and giving information that allows people to save money because they're not using it on expensive treatments later.
Okay, now here's one more question. Do we ever charge for our services, our time to coach these people? Do we charge them, like a doctor charges an office fee, anything like that? Do we do that?
Okay, so I know the answer that you want, but I'm going to give you the answer that I get, okay? As a certified holistic health coach, I can charge for my time. But when I'm working with somebody, and this is the same with many of our coaches, when you're working with somebody and they're getting the products through you, no, I do not charge my longevity clients a fee for me coaching them. But if it's somebody that just wants to be coached and they don't want the products, then yes, I do, Dr. Wallach. I do.
Fair.
But I know that's the answer you wanted, and the answer was no. Dr. Wallach is donating his time. Right now, I am donating my time to provide this program that allows people to have access to information that they can then take action on their own to help give life back, restore life, and also have healthier life in the future. How's that for an answer, Doc?
Well said.
All right, let's go to our first hand that is up, and Miss Sherry. Go ahead, and I'm gonna bring you on camera, and you have a question for Dr. Wallach. Go for it.
All right, thank you so much. This is about a female who is 26 years old. She's 5'9". She weighs 136 pounds. She's taken the 90 essential nutrients now. She's also taken the True to Life supplements for digestive issues. Her problem right now are irregular, very heavy, irregular, painful menstrual cycles. Her doctor put her on birth control pills, but it hasn't helped. Is there anything you can recommend for her?
Yes. Well, first of all, you say 135 pounds?
136.
136, okay. 136 pounds. I'd have her get rid of all the bad foods so you maximize absorption. No fried foods, no processed meats, no ham, bacon, bologna, salami, hot dogs, pepperoni, that kind of stuff, all the chemicals. No oils, no salad dressing, no cooking oils. Use lemon juice. Use cream. Okay, use cream and stuff like that for stuff to put on your salads. Don't use oils. Then no gluten, no wheat, no brown and oats. There are no such things as gluten-free oats. The gluten in oats is called gliadin, but it's still gluten. No buckwheat. There's no gluten in buckwheat, but buckwheat has a substance in it called phagopyrenes, F-A-G-O-pyrines, which are worse than gluten and destroy your intestines. No sugar, no carbonated drinks. That includes soft drinks, okay, diet drinks, and also carbonated water because they neutralize stomach acid, so you cannot absorb minerals or digest food. You need your stomach acid. That's why the good Lord gave you cells in your stomach to make stomach acid, and why everybody needs salt. Okay, we need our salt, either the seasoned salt from Australia and New Zealand, or the Himalayan salt from the Himalayan mountains that has 27, 28 minerals in there, as well as the sodium chloride, all of which our body needs. Okay. And then let's see here. She needs to take 1 healthy brain and heart pack a month. If she's doing a lot of physical stuff, I'd have her take 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month. If she's exercising, that kind of stuff, 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, the full dose of everything twice a day. She needs 2 bottles a month of the MSM. She can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, or dinner time to support and promote maintenance repair, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between her vertebrae, bone breaks bone itself. Then I also want her to have the collagen peptides, take a scoop of that other morning drink, so an evening drink. And then one of the major secret sauces for her, okay, is going to be the Xerafem. I want her to take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. I want her to eat 2 to 3 soft boiled eggs or soft poached eggs, soft scrambled butter, not hard boiled, not fried. Okay. And let's see, anything else we should throw in there, Becca?
Nope, you got it, Doc.
Okay, so give us a call every couple of weeks because we're going to have a great story. These are very simple nutritional deficiency things, but you need to get rid of the bad stuff so you maximize absorption of the good stuff. Then you got to take the good stuff to make sure you're getting the good stuff, because nutritional minerals do not occur in a uniform blanket around the crust of the earth. They occur in veins like gold and silver. Also, since we're not using wood and coal as fuel anymore, we're using electricity. There's no more wood ashes and coal ashes anyway to get our minerals from. So you have to supplement. Okay. So call us every couple of weeks, give us a progress report, and we'll walk you ladies through this. Okay, back to you, Becca.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sherry. Dr. Wallach, let's go on to the next hand. And Nancy, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Okay, Dr. Wallach, I called you and you've really helped me. And I just wanted you to know my left eye is seeing light now. And I want to give you over to Sarah Klingy because she has some problems and she wants to talk to you about them. Okay?
Sarah, okay, thank you for
Sarah
that.
Klingy, you hold that.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. I've got some questions. First of all, since February, I have gotten real serious about getting off of gluten and staying away from the 12 bad foods. I have an allergy to gluten anyway, and most dairy. And so I'm doing good with that. My first question is it okay to use ghee?
To use ghee?
Because you said no oil in a bottle.
Clarified butter, Dr. Wallach, clarified butter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Second question is I'm 67, and in 2019, I had a heart attack. So they went up there to look at everything. And when they got up there, he said, your arteries were clear, and I wish mine looked that good. But what had happened was I had a dissection. And they said they don't know the cause of that. Can you enlighten me on that?
Okay, now dissection, you're talking about dissection.
It's
of-
split, the artery split.
Okay, well, that's called an aneurysm.
Oh.
Okay, okay, it's called an aneurysm when the artery splits. Okay.
Okay.
Um,
And so how do we avoid that again?
well, yeah, this is caused by a deficiency of certain minerals. And if
Okay.
you want to, you can get a hair analysis, get the book, Rare Earths and Cures, go to chapter 10 and 11, page 272, tells you how to collect the hair, how to package it, where to ship it. Don't forget to put the check in there because the lab won't run the test without it. In a couple of
Okay.
weeks, we get 5 tables back. 2 are the important ones. One is the essential minerals. The other one is the toxic minerals. And so in about 2 or 3 weeks, you'll get all that back. When you get that back, contact us and we'll walk through we don't charge anything to walk through this with you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And so again, you can go to www.drjwallach.com, www.drjwallach.com, get a hold of that book. Rare Earths and Cures. I think there's CDs. Isn't there CDs with that too, Becca?
There are CDs with many of the books, Dr. Wallach.
Yeah, I think it's also, I think it's a Rare Earths and Cures. And that will tell you why you need to do this. Everybody needs to do this once a year. You don't need a doctor's prescription to do it. We will review this with you. Some of these labs, you know, when they're overloaded, they will send some of these hair analysis off to another lab, and they will send a list of their vitamins and minerals. And don't take their vitamins and minerals because their big multiples may only have 18 nutrients in there. Ours has 215. And so it's a big difference. So don't just fall prey to that, where if you get one of those, you know, where they've been real busy and they get another lab to do something and they'll throw their list of vitamins and minerals in there. Don't just jump on their vitamins and minerals.
Okay.
Ours will be more economical anyway.
Okay. I have a question. I'm developing a lot of spider veins. Can you help me on that?
Yeah. Okay. The veins and the arteries. Okay. You need, in addition to, how much do you weigh?
180.
Okay. You need 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month. None of the bad foods. Okay.
Right.
Dr. Wallach's cooking without the bad list. Okay. None of the bad foods. Then you need 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, the full dose thing twice a day. You need 2 bottles a month of the MSM. So you can take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, or dinner time. They'll support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, including the connective tissue in the walls of the arteries and veins. Okay. Then the collagen peptides, the scuba that the morning drink, scuba the evening drink. Then you need the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, 3 words, Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. We have another product called Ultimate Daily, which is a multiple. You don't want that one. You want the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, 3 words. Take 3 of those twice a day, and they will support healthy blood flow through blocked arteries and support healthy blood pressure. Then, you know, give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how it's going, because these things are all nutritional deficiencies. They're easily dealt with. And the only caveat is you need to stay away from the bad stuff forever, and you need to stay, as long as you want to live, you want to stay on all the supplement program. Okay.
Okay. One more question, and then I'll let somebody else get in. I have post-traumatic distress. I had some very bad things happen during the course of my life, and I have very, very bad trauma. And I ruminate a lot, terribly. I go over and over the information. It's like a block in the side of my head on the left side. It really affects me. And in the center of my forehead, onto the side.
Mm-hmm.
And
this may be called FTD, frontal temporal dementia. Okay. Okay. And it's kind of like an Alzheimer's disease. It affects the front and the sides of the brain, and the back of the brain tends to be okay. But at any rate, I want you to eat those 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolk, soft boiled, soft poached, soft scrambled butter, not hard boiled, not fried. And I also want you to take, at lunchtime, I want you to take 2 doses of our I-26. It could be, I like the chewables. They taste like vanilla ice cream, so I'll take 2 of those chewables at lunchtime. They come in pills and powder. And so you can take it in any form you want, but I would take that. It's going to help you rebuild your brain. Then you also need the Memory FX. Take 3 of those twice a day. And let's see here. Oh, Synaptive. You need the Synaptive, 3 of those twice a day. That'll help the brain cells talk to each other. Synaptive, take 3 twice a day. And then again, call us every couple of weeks, because you're going to have a great story. So your story is not unusual. It's quite common, because doctors 100 years ago made a horrible, horrible, horrible mistake by telling people that cholesterol is a dangerous thing. Makes up 25% of your normal brain number and 25% of your normal spinal cord. Your brain is 25% cholesterol. You need cholesterol. Your hormones are 95%. Women's hormones are 95% cholesterol. Men's hormones are 95% cholesterol. So don't let people tell you to stop eating eggs, stop eating red meats, all that kind of stuff. That was a big lie. And one of these days they'll be held responsible for it. Nobody yet has held their feet to the fire over this. And they're still telling people to get on statin drugs, lower your cholesterol. And that's how they create a lifetime of business for themselves. Okay. All right.
Nope.
Let's see here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you, ladies. Dr. Wallach, we're going to move right over to Michelle. Michelle, go ahead and unmute. You are live with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, thank you for all the good that you put into the world.
Thank you.
My name's Michelle and I'm 37. And I've been diagnosed with PTSD, TBI so bad they said I would never walk again, but here I am, a miracle.
TBI. What's TBI?
Traumatic brain injury.
We're in a car wreck?
Yeah, I was on a first date and the guy reversed into normally flowing highway traffic.
Wonderful. Okay. What was
And
the first one you said you had?
chronic post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay. All right. And how much do you weigh?
150. And
Okay.
I'm 5'4".
Okay. Have you ever had children?
Yes, I have 3 babies, 1 miscarriage.
Okay. So you had 4 pregnancies?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Any high blood pressure, diabetes?
No, but I do. A naturopathic doctor did say that he thought I had adrenal fatigue, and then labs showed that I make enough of whatever the thyroid hormone is that everybody else tests for, like all the allopathic doctors, but mine does not convert to the thyroid hormone that really affects my body.
Okay.
And I'm off gluten, and I try to eat healthy to the best of my knowledge, but I still have really insane brain fatigue, and my body, the lab showed my body was only absorbing
Okay.
half the nutrients that I took
And so
in.
everybody in your household has also got to be gluten-free. You just can't be gluten-free yourself. Everybody in the household, the kids, your spouse, your brothers and sisters, your mom and dad, anybody that comes to the house to care for the kids, babysitters, everybody's got to be drop dead gluten-free. Otherwise, you're going to get cross-contaminated. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then I need you at 150 pounds. I want you to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month. Full dose everything twice a day. I want you to have 2 bottles a month or MSM. So you take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 dinner time. They're going to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, discs between a vertebrae, bone mixed bone itself. I want you to have 2 scoops of the collagen peptides, 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner time. That'll be 2 of the little canisters per month of the collagen peptides. Again, take care of all the connective tissue, which includes in blood vessels, arteries, and veins, and that kind of stuff, as well as tendons and ligaments and bone matrix and so on. And then I also want you to have our Synaptive. Take 3 of those twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. So the brain cells can talk to each other. I want you to have our I-26. Take 2 doses of that at lunchtime, either the pills, the powder, or the chewables. Okay. For breakfast, I want you to have 3 eggs at breakfast, 3 eggs at dinner time. Soft boiled, soft poached, soft scrambled in butter, not hard boiled, not fried. Let's see here. We also want you to take our de-stress. Okay. Take 2 servings of that a day, our de-stress. All right. And let's see here. Do you have any high blood pressure, anything like that?
No, 110/72.
Okay, good. All right. Anything I missed there? Oh, you need the rebound. You need the rebound. You need our sports drink rebound. Okay. Go ahead and you can have 2 servings of that a day. The sticks and the powder do not have any bubbly in them, don't have any carbonation. If you're going to use the cans, you need to pop the tops on them at night, put them in the refrigerator. Don't drink them until the next day because you want all the bubbly out. No carbonation of any kind, even in diet drinks and in carbonated water, got to go. And let's see, do you have any pain, you know, like local pain in your neck or your back of your head, on the front of your head, anything like that?
My neck always hurts, and my what do I think of as my hip flexors, that area hurts.
Okay, how many times you wake up at night to urinate? Once, 3 times, 5 times?
Once. I don't know why I didn't mention this, but I have pretty severe insomnia.
Well, we have a sleep ease. Okay, sleep. You can go ahead and take that for 15 minutes for bedtime. That'll help you. But staying away from, you know, that sort of, you know, all the bad stuff will help also. Oh, and also I want you to throw in, because you have a thyroid issue, I want you to throw in our Ocean's Gold. Take 3 of those twice a day. Ocean's Gold. It's from, like, I don't know, 8 or 9 different seaweeds in one ocean. And then we have the Fucoid Z, which is from the other ocean. Take 3 of those twice a day. If you prefer liquids, you can replace the Fucoid Z with Z Radical. It's the same thing. It's just liquid instead of the capsules. I have the Z Radical, a couple ounces of breakfast, a couple ounces at dinner time. At dinner time, I have it with my red wine. Okay. They look alike, but they taste a little different. But you want all that stuff for your thyroid. It will help your thyroid do all the normal stuff. Okay. But don't forget the Ocean's Gold. Okay. Anything I left out of there, Rebecca?
Dr. Wallach, one thing that I would recommend while the nutrients are all doing their work to help with the brain, overtaxing on the brain, is we have a hydration stick called SMART, SMART. And folks, you can find everything that Dr. Wallach mentions at DailywithDoc.com. That we do have a store there, but SMART works with the nutrition, as it has different herbs that help stimulate the brain, but do it in a safe way that's not overtaxing, not overstimulating. So it gives just a nice, smooth little boost for clarity, especially those that are looking to remove brain fog. That is an amazing product.
Okay, thank you.
And for those who have to do a lot of research and want to retain, SMART helps for that too.
Okay, we got time for one more quick one.
All right, thank you so much, Mel.
Yeah,
Michelle, thank you so much.
Give us a call every couple of weeks.
All right, Dr. Wallach, we have one more hand up, and Renee, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I talked to you recently, and I'm wondering, it's not a constant thing, but I have an itching problem to where I want to scratch my skin off. And I'm really careful of what I eat, gluten-free, but it's like all of a sudden everything, I just want to itch. Ugh.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of quick questions here, because we only have a few moments. How much do you weigh?
300.
Okay, and how tall are you?
5'6".
Okay, do you have any diabetes or high blood pressure?
No,
Okay, do you have how many times a night you wake up to urinate?
a lot.
3, 5, 10?
I'd say 5 to 10.
Do you have any ringing in your ears? Do you have any ringing in your ears?
No.
Do you have any dizziness or balance problems?
Yes.
Okay,
I have Guillain-Barré.
and you have Guillain-Barré also. Okay, well, Guillain-Barré is multiple sclerosis of the spinal cord. Okay, it's a cholesterol deficiency. Okay, the spinal cord. Then everything else you've got here.
Is that why my cholesterol's so low with my blood draws?
Yeah, your blood cholesterol is too low. Okay, now I want you need to lose some weight, so you need to take 1 meal a day. This is a meal replacer. It's not to add to a meal, it's a meal replacer. Our keto shake, chocolate or strawberry. And so it's 1 meal a day. Doesn't have to be the same meal every day, but it's a meal replacer, not a meal, okay, not to take to add to a meal. And then you'll lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. I also want you to stay away from all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no butter, rye, no oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet ones got to go, and also carbonated water's got to go. Then I want you to have 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. A full dose of everything twice a day. If finances are not a problem, take 3. Take 3 a day. A dose at breakfast, a dose at lunch, and dinner time. But if finances are a problem, don't take any less than 2 healthy brain and heart packs. Then I want you to get 2 bottles a month of the MSM. So you take 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time, and they're going to rebuild cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between vertebrae, bone, mix, bone, and cell. I want you to also get the collagen peptides, 2 canisters of the collagen peptides. You take a scoop at breakfast, scoop at dinner. I also want you to, let's see here, for pain relief, anywhere, your joints or so forth, back, neck, shoulders, fingers, whatever, we do have the CM cream, CM cream and the Soothe from the HemFX. Those will help you topically for pain relief. And let's see here, anything else I should throw in there, Rebecca?
Dr. Wallach, the only thing that I would add would be our To Be at Peace essential oil to that CM cream. It just really helps. We call it the chiropractor in the bottle. Helps to
Okay.
relax muscles. In addition to the pain relief that the CM cream offers, To Be at Peace. It's a wonderful combination.
Okay, if you would then give us a call every couple of weeks, let us know your weight, let us know how everything's going, because all of these things are reversible. We can rebuild your skull, and you need to get a hold of that book. It's all in your head, the book and the CD set. Get a hold of that book and the CD set. It'll walk you through this so you'll understand what's happening. And it's one of those things where the what should I say? the whole idea is to rebuild the skull. And when you look at that page 6 of that book, it's all in your head. It'll show you a picture of the skull when you have osteoporosis of the skull, so you'll see what's happening. Doctors know nothing about this. Doctors know nothing about this. They don't get trained about osteoporosis of the skull in school. They just get trained on what drugs to give you to relieve you the symptoms of the pain, okay, which is not a bad thing of itself, but they're not getting to the basic root cause of the problem, okay? So I think with all that said, let's get going here. I do have to run.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
All right. Thank you so much, Renee. And Dr. Wallach, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, team.
We appreciate you taking the time with us, and just want to make sure that everybody has this information. This should not be kept in a box. It should not be kept to yourself. It needs to be spread throughout the world, like Douglas here on with us in Australia. You know, yesterday we had on with us Albert in South Africa. But we get people from all around the world, because folks, nutrition is not just something that stays within a certain country as far as its needs. We want to reach the world. And you sharing this program will help us do that. If you are on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, make sure that you like and follow our channels and share them. As you are looking at, or listening rather, and you think of somebody, oh, well, they have that. Oh, they have that. Share this video with them. Share the replay. That's what I love about technology. All of this is recorded. It is available easily on the internet, so that all you have to do is right click, copy the URL, and then paste it in a message, in an email, however you want to send it. Digitally, it's instant. Just like I instantly have my co-hosts up with me right now. I have Ruth Ellen Sanchez, Sherry Browning, Marilyn Pizzera Spears, Phyllis Anderson, and myself, Becca Dukes. We are part of, not the entire Daily with Doc team, but we are part of the Daily with Doc team. We appreciate all of those that are out there on YouTube helping us in answering questions also, and on Rumble and on Facebook. You know, it takes a team to put something like this together that will actually make an impact on our communities, on our world. And if you have any desire to be part of a team that is doing that, make sure that your desire is known. Tell the person that invited you to this program. If there's nobody to thank, go to DailywithDoc.com and use that contact us and say, hey, I want to be part of the team. Or better yet, call our 800 number, 855-949-3377. That's 855-949-3377. This number is for those who have never spoken to anybody about longevity before. They have never tried the longevity products. We want to make sure that the person that you have originally gotten in contact with or who shared the information with you continues to get you as part of their team. So if you don't know who your team is and you are already part of the longevity family as a user or as a distributor, call our corporate office and say, hey, I want to be more involved. The corporate office is 800-982-3189. But if you have never, ever spoken to anybody, give us a call, 855-949-3377. Thank you, ladies, for helping me do this. I know I've got others that are not on camera with me that are part of our team who are on this call and who are out there in the amazing worlds of social media. My name is Becca Dukes. I am proud to be part of this team, leading this team, I guess, or Jonty's leading this team, or MZ's leading this team. I don't know, but you know what? We all work together, and that's how we become so successful. So until next time, bye for now.